all the current electronic devices helped our society to widen the access to audiovisual materials from both the quantitative and linguistic points of view. Indeed, modern technology enables us to watch any program we want at any time we want. However, the increase in supply and in the distribution of audiovisual material at international level are strictly connected with this exact linguistic and cultural transposition from its original language to the one spoken by the foreign audience. The relevance of this topic and its influence in our everyday life led me to focus my study on linguistic and cultural transposition of audiovisual materials, highlighting its techniques, problems, and mistakes. In this view, I analyzed 3 well-known television shows coming from different countries: the French sitcom Bref, the Spanish one Aquí no hay quien viva, and the American one The Big Bang Theory. Movies, television series, documentaries, and any other TV show using both sound and pictures are included in the audiovisual sector. Although cinema was officially born in 1895, pictures lost their fundamental role only in 1919, when words became essential through intertitles and, later on, dialogues. This change entailed a serious problem. If pictures were easily understandable at global level, regardless of the audience's cultural background, subtitles and soundtracks had to be translated into the language spoken in the country where the movie was distributed in. The solution to this issue was using 2 new techniques: subtitling and dubbing. Later on, they were followed by audio description, intralinguistic subtitles, voiceover, and so on. Subtitling entails the projection of the transcription of film or TV dialogues translated into another language at the bottom of the screen. This technique has many advantages. The job is easy to carry out, the transposition is politically correct, and it does not delete the original track containing the real voices, puns, and cultural references of the movie's country of origin. It provides many benefits for deaf people, and the costs of production are 10 times cheaper than dubbing. This type of transposition has downsides as well. Pictures are partially marred by subtitles at the bottom of the screen. The spectator must concentrate on 3 aspects simultaneously: pictures, written text, and original soundtrack, the diamesic variation of the speech, and the forced reduction of the original text. Dubbing entails replacing the original soundtrack of a movie or a TV show with a new one containing the translation of the dialogues depending on the country the program will be distributed in. This technique has many advantages. It is useful for illiterate or semi-illiterate people, the elderly, and children. It does not mar the original pictures. Dialogues undergo a smaller reduction, social-linguistic variation are respected, and diamesic variation is eliminated, even if it's expensive and it does not help people learn a foreign language. The episode I chose to subtitle J'ai aucune mémoire from Bref, sitcom which is not available in Italian, showed how reduction, adaptation, and localization are fundamental elements in an audiovisual transposition. Audiovisual transposition is challenging since it includes translating and adapting obscene language, puns, and specific cultural elements of every single country which are unknown at international level. The analysis of the episode Érase una noche buena from the sitcom Aquí no hay quien viva demonstrates that obscene language is a typical feature of the Spanish language. Indeed, it is not even considered gross, but just a way to emphasize the dialogues. On the contrary, the Italian language refuses vulgar expression on television and other mass media, allowing their use only in informal context. As a consequence, every bad word pronounced in Spanish sitcoms is replaced with less vulgar Italian interjections, like accidenti, cavolo, cacchio, maledizione, and so on, the Italian word for expressions like dang or gee. The study of this episode also stresses the importance of transposing cultural elements, in this case Christmas-related ones, from a language to another. In order to respect Italian traditions, a typical Spanish Christmas Eve course, stuffed avocado, is replaced with baked codfish in butter, guijuelo ham with prosciutto di Parma or prosciutto San Daniele, and so on. All these changes are part of localization, the process of modifying some elements of the original product in order to make it easier for the foreign audience to understand its cultural references. The Italian dubbing quality is considered one of the highest or even the highest at international level, but transposition is an extremely complex process and it is very easy to make a mistake. One of the main issues translators must face during adaptation is humor, especially in the case of a sitcom. Altering or eliminating puns and jokes means damaging the nature of the show itself. This is what happened when the American sitcom The Big Bang Theory was dubbed and broadcast in Italy. Dialogues were altered with no reason, characters lost their personality, and nerd references, the key point of the show, were totally eliminated. A clear example is Sheldon's speech style, which is formal and refined in the original version, but in Italian, sometimes he even uses obscene language. Furthermore, technical and scientific words are replaced with non-existent ones. Transposition mistakes do not only affect humor and characterization, but also grammar. Here are some examples. The sentence "to what end" is translated as "fino a che punto," which means "to what extent," and "dinner is on me, okay?" is translated as "si cena da me stasera, d'accordo?" which is to say, "Let's have dinner at my house tonight, shall we?" Due to all the mistakes done during the first 8 episodes of the show, the Italian Dubbing Society in charge fired the adapter and the dubbing director. The mistakes made in The Big Bang Theory clearly show the need for high-qualified translators in Italy, since in this country there is not a register of adapters. Attending specific study plans is not required by law, and that is the reason why Italian adaptation and dubbing are in decline. After analyzing the Italian transposition of the television series Bref, A chi no e quien viva, and The Big Bang Theory, it is clear that adapting audiovisual material is a complex and time-consuming process. Generally, non-professionals deem that linguistic and cultural transposition is the same as translation, but they are wrong, since translation is just the starting point.